Chapter 307. A passage appeared immediately as the crowd of onlookers made way and stood to the side as if there were invisible barriers. Doris and Faria, two charming belles who donned very formal and elegant dresses with smiles on their faces, walking side by side from outside towards the door. Behind them were Hazel White along with Jack and Daniel, Matthew Lane along with Daisy and Watson, and Peisel Billy and his granddaughter Luna. They walked in a group like a team of Avengers. Steve and Robert walked behind the pack. Olivia's eyes widened in shock and disbelief as she stared at the scene. These people were all prominent figures in Oris Hill that rarely appeared in public places, but they gathered here to congratulate Emma, which made her envious and agitated. She was always on her high horse previously with her background as the daughter of a wealthy family and one of the most outstanding young people in the city. She was pretty and attractive, tall and slim, and she was regarded as one of the beautiful goddesses of the upper social class of the city. She had been competing with her cousin in all aspects for so many years. She thought that she had found a good husband and could finally crush her cousin, but now, everything she had paled in comparison to Emma. Her family she was so proud of was like a pile of rubbish compared to the guests that Emma invited. There was a huge gap between her and Emma. "Emma, what kind of shitty jackpot did you strike?" Olivia glared at Emma and growled with an undisguised tone of jealousy. Emma ignored her simply because she was in a trance as well. She nudged Alex and asked, "Did you invite these people?" Alex nodded. "Yes. I've provided them with some feng shui and fortune-telling services, and I built my friendships with them from there." Emma sighed heavily and massaged her forehead dejectedly. She had repeatedly told Alex not to deceive people with these unreliable methods. Not only did he ignore her warnings, but he had expanded his service of deception and extended his claws to the prominent figures now. What if these people found out about his deception eventually? They would be dead meat. She wanted to persuade Alex to stop, but before she could speak, Doris and Faria had already stood in front of them. Faria spoke first. She glanced at Emma unobtrusively, then stretched out her hand and said with a polite smile, "Mrs. Anderson, congratulations on your opening day. I hope you can extend your business to us if we need any design services in the future." The Richard family stared at the scene, dumbfounded. It was obvious that Faria was handing the business into Emma's hand, but it sounded like Faria was humbly asking for Emma's help. What did Emma do to receive such a humble reaction from Miss Adair? Emma offered her hand nervously and shook Faria's hand. She said in a rather anxious and shrill tone, "Thank you, Miss Adair." While they were talking, Faria was checking Emma out and vice versa. In terms of physical appearance, Faria and Emma were on par, but Emma could never be at the same level when it came to the natural noble and elegant temperament. Emma couldn't help but feel a little inferior when she thought of it. Faria started, "Mrs. Anderson, you are Master Anderson's wife, which means you are my patron too, so please be casual around me."